Joining me now is Tim Fleiszer, Executive Director of the Concussion Legacy Foundation. Tim, thank you for being here. Now, I want to start out by saying we don't know for sure whether the shooter had CTE, a brain injury, but he did leave a note saying he did. What do you make of this?
Well, we won't be able to know whether the gentleman was suffering from CTE until we do an autopsy at this point. At this juncture, we can't diagnose CTE in vivo or during life.
Can you explain what CTE, or chronic traumatic encephalopathy, is, and how can it present in people who have been injured?
So it's a neurodegenerative disease that's associated with repetitive head impacts, which you can get whether it's through playing sports or military service or violence. And it's associated with behavioral issues, cognitive issues, and dementia.
Cognitive issues, behavioral issues. Has there been research linking CTE to this type of violent act?
Unfortunately, we have seen a number of tragedies with whether it's former athletes or former military, and yes, we have seen other instances of violence.
Is there an example that you can give us that comes to mind?
The wrestler Chris Benoit that unfortunately murdered his own family. These stories, unfortunately, are all becoming all too common. And that is why we are doing the work that we're doing to try and be able to diagnose this disease in life. That's what I'm doing here in Toronto, is working with our partners at CAMH that are one of the global leaders to be able to do this, Dr. Vazdev and Dr. Boileau. And our hope is that we can start to intervene earlier on, because CTE is the only neurodegenerative disease that's entirely preventable.
Certainly very important work that you're doing. Now, we are hearing more and more of instances of CTE. Is professional sports doing enough when it comes to education and also prevention?
Well, one of the things that our data shows that's clear is exposing children to repetitive head impacts in sport, whether that be tackling in football or rugby, body checking or hockey, and heading balls in soccer. Increases their risk dramatically going forward for developing the disease. And the title of our program is Deliberately, Provocatively Stop Hitting Kids in the Head. And so we believe that children should not be participating in these activities at an early age.
What would you like to see when it comes to further research into brain injuries?
So we need to continue to fund this research. We need to continue to develop these interventions. And for folks out there that are suffering, that either them or their loved ones, and they believe is as a result of brain injuries, we do have a helpline. You can go to concussionfoundation.org, and we will connect you with best available resources in your geographic area, and this is a free service.
All right, Tim, thank you very much for your time. We wish the foundation all the best in the research that you're doing. And once again, thank you for being here. Great chatting with you.
Thanks for having me.
That's Tim Fleiszer, Executive Director of the Concussion Legacy Foundation.